live. What's going on, YouTube? That's right. We on the YouTube, baby. We are on the YouTube. We're trying to be anyway. I mean, I'm straight through YouTube. I don't know how to operate this camera and all that kind of thing, but thank you for being here. Not our normal Thursday, even though we do have a drinky drink.
It's not Bowling Springs Kool-Aid.
No Bowling Springs Kool-Aid here. Now, our friend, mi amigo Gerard, he brought us 2 bottles of champagne, a bottle of wine, which was from Spain, and like 18 beers, 16, 18 beers. El Presidente. That's right. So we're just hanging out, doing our thing in the quarantine, trying to see what's going on, guys. Trying to see what's going on. Of course, it's hard for me to read. That's why I'm all up in the camera here, going trying to see what's going on. Whoo! So what's everybody up to on this Thirsty Thursday? Now, of course, we're in quarantine. If you've been following our polos, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. See Mr. Ryan Donahue asking about the beer. It's free. I just give the man a tip to bring it on in. You know what I'm saying? They say you cannot have alcohol in quarantine, but there's really nobody really watching us or really paying attention to us. So, I slipped the man a little money, and he said he'd bring me some alcohol. So, good stuff. Seen a couple guys in saying, "Woo, that's right. Woo is right."
Got Blaine here, Spiker's Crazy Adventures, Just Dave. Hey guys.
Welcome
Ryan
in,
Donahue.
guys. Anthony
The
Simone.
Cruise World.
Woo! Yeah, Cruise World. Great video today. Loved it. Great video. I mean, that camera works awesome, man. But yeah, I see Beach Please in the house. Cool.
Puppy the cat.
Puppy the cat. What's going on,
Sherry
puppy?
Awesome.
What's going on, girl? What's going on? Glad we'll wait just a couple minutes. We'll just chit chat. Slinky. Seen her over at Lovey's Fat Life. Welcome in. But yeah, Mary and Ellen Dillon's in the house. Yeah, now I tell you what, we've had some great traveling companions. The resort's not been great, but our traveling companions make sure we got food, make sure we got alcohol, and anything else we need. So, what Tom say?
You'll be careful what you drink on Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah.
It's not Bowling Springs
It's
Kool-Aid.
not Bowling Springs Kool-Aid. We didn't drink a bottle of wine. We've been drinking beer. We ain't popped open that champagne yet. We're
hoping to pop it open tomorrow and celebrate with a negative PCR test.
That's what we're hoping for sure. So let's get into this. So, all right, guys. So, I mean, for those of you that may or may not know, before entering back into the United States, you have to take a COVID test. 3 days prior. That's what the REU down here does. The other REU, they did it. They scheduled. Well, it didn't matter, did it? You can schedule for whatever day you wanted it, as long as it was in 3 days. But they automatically schedule you for 3 days before leaving. So, yesterday, we had to go sign up for a COVID test. Signed up, went and eat breakfast, come back, and took our test, got back to the hotel room, was getting dressed for the pool, and...
So within 30 minutes of taking the test, knock on the door.
Who is it? You're needed in the at the front desk. Who does? Who? That's been a big problem. Whether it's communication, language barrier, it's not a whole lot going on as far as communication and all that kind of thing. So We finally realized we got to call the front desk, call them. They said we need to go to the doctor and talk to the doctor. They still ain't telling us nothing. We just need to go talk to the doctor. So we're changing out of our swimsuits. Gonna go over to the doctor, and
The doctor calls.
the doctor calls. And what did the doctor say? Can I speak to Alma? What they tell you, baby?
Said I tested positive for COVID. Now let me say that I am fully vaccinated. Fully vaccinated. I had both vaccines in January, and I had the Pfizer.
Yep, I'm fully vaccinated as well. I got vaccinated. My second shot was on 4/20, so I was fully vaccinated. And of course, now we knew the risk of flying. There's always variants, and there's always that slim chance that you could get it, but it's a very slim chance.
But now also, one of our traveling companions also tested positive for COVID, Mr. Viso.
My brother.
He also was vaccinated. So we were a group of 15, and 2 of us tested positive. Not the spouses, no one else. Viso and me tested positive for COVID.
They might have been hugging up on each other or something. I don't know. My God. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, both of you tested positive. Now, I seen somebody said Alma looks fine. I mean,
I feel fine.
she feels
I
fine.
don't have any makeup on. I might look rough, but I feel
Oh,
fine.
you're beautiful, baby. You're beautiful. But yeah, she feels fine. Now she slept the best last night. She slept the whole trip. Got up this morning. Okay. Now we checked on our buddy, our crazy Spaniard neighbor that lives
Right
one floor
below us.
down, and well, he ain't feeling too good today. So
Now, some of the other issues we had was, in reuse policy, it says that if one person tests positive for COVID, then both people can stay for 10-day quarantine at no cost, no additional cost. But when they said that I was positive, they wanted to move me to a separate room, and they wanted Ronnie to not. They didn't want to quarantine us.
They didn't even want to act like they wanted to quarantine
So
us.
he had to be ugly with them, saying, "No, I'm not
I'm
leaving
not
her."
leaving her. I'm not leaving my baby here. What are you talking about? Well, she's got to be quarantined. I said, I understand. Your policy states that I get to stay with her. You'll have to be in quarantine. Yes, I understand this. Well, that means you can't leave the building. I understand this. So you want to be quarantined? Yes. So you want to be quarantined?
Yeah,
it's
it was very difficult. They did not. They said they really didn't give him a choice. If he hadn't have fought for that it wasn't a choice given.
Not really. I mean, and they never explained what quarantine is. They just said when the doctor called, told her, she tested positive. They didn't even say that about anything about doing the what's the other test?
The PCR
The
test.
PCR test. Didn't even say nothing about it. Well, they just said that the front desk will be calling with more information. Well,
They never mentioned a PCR test. We had to say we want a PCR test, and then they tried to talk us out of that.
Well, it's 90-something%.
And Ronnie's
accurate.
like,
And
well, the vaccine's 96% effective, so
there was that slim chance,
she
right?
got COVID, so
So
you're
it could
saying
be.
she's got COVID, so.
So yes, it's
And
just.
then he's like, "You're gonna have to pay for it." Okay, we'll pay for it. Very poor communication.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if they don't want you to stay because that's more money out of their pocket, or it's just they just don't understand. There's breakdown in communication. I don't know what the deal is, but I feel like it's definitely from the top down. Because I mean, majority of the people that we've dealt with at this resort, great people. The person that cleaned their room.
Slinky said, "You's a good man. Don't leave your sweetie."
That's right. I wouldn't leave her no way. Ain't no doubt.
I'd
Love
have
her
probably
to death.
wigged out if I'd have stayed here
She
by
would have.
myself. I'd have wigged out.
She always relies on me with the
I do.
traveling kind of stuff, and heck, I mean, I'm scared to travel myself. So I mean, So I know she'd have probably freaked out. What Mark say? I seen something pop up. I couldn't read it because I ain't got no glasses.
Yeah, my symptoms. What I have had is I think yesterday was my worst day, and I
Yeah.
was just stopped up, just really stopped up, and a little bit of congestion, runny nose. That's it. I didn't have any headaches. I didn't have any body aches. I didn't feel tired. Just stopped up, and then maybe a lack of taste and smell. But then again, how do you taste and smell when you're snotty?
Exactly. If you got a cold,
So
you usually
today, like
kind of.
I'm a lot, but still a little snotty, but a little clearer, and
Josh
I'm
was
getting more
always on
smell
the
back.
move. What up? What up? Blaine said he would be there right there with his honey as well. Ain't no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't leave her. Now, now Rafi's case,
Well, they had kids at home.
they've got kids at home and she's got to get back to work. And, well, she definitely wouldn't have went back to work if she didn't have to. But got kids, finishing up schooling and, you know, so she went on back home. He's downstairs. Alma keeps on checking on him. You know, she's still being the nurse that she is, the awesome nurse, making sure that he's all right because, hey, the resort has not one time this whole time that he's been in quarantine or we've been in quarantine, called us up, hey, how you feeling? Are you feeling okay? Do you need anything? No, we call them and it takes us an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, get dinner to, it's been crazy. So I definitely, just on the quarantine part of it, don't come to the Dominican Republic, especially not the Rio Palace. I would not do it in a
There's
heartbeat.
been a couple people that's been good,
Oh yeah, I ain't saying everybody.
but it feels like it's more like from organization and management that they just don't have a clear idea of what they're doing to take care of.
Yeah, I mean,
every time we call for food, every time, I'll call you back in 10 minutes.
Or I'll call you back at 5
then
or
it's
10,
30,
and then it becomes 30.
And a lot of times we have to call them back, and then eventually we get somebody. So like every meal we order, it's about an hour and a half,
And
2
then
hours.
it's usually wrong.
And yeah,
And they're writing it out in English for me, and I'm telling you what it says, and you still get my food wrong. It's crazy, but hey, we're not starving to death. Like I say, Gerard, he done hooked me up with some, drinky drinks, and our friends made sure we've eaten. Now, I tell you what, great friends, and I want to give a great shout out to our friends because, Neil and Kim that booked this trip for us, I mean, been excellent. They made sure that we, they checking on us all the time, making sure we got food, we got drinks, got anything we need. They're constantly checking on us. They Dewey from Dewey's Destinations. Dewey Skate, awesome guy, checking on us. He gave me his beer today. And of course, Don and Heather Clive from Texans Who Travel, great couple. They keep on checking on us, bringing us drinks and all that good stuff. See, Gary's in the house.
I'm gonna address what Slinky said.
All right, go ahead, bud.
Yes, with the antigen test, you can have just the common cold, and sometimes you will get a false positive because it is a coronavirus, and that's what I'm hoping for is just a cold, and it may give me a false positive. So I'm hoping that PCR test I did today will come back negative, and we can go home.
We're hoping, no doubt. Like Tom saying, you got the praying hands. Absolutely, we hoping that's all it is. If it ain't, we're gonna stay here and well, we're gonna hang out with Rafi for another. Well, he's got 5 more days at least.
The good thing with that is, if I'm negative, we'll not leave till Saturday, and then the Kleins will not leave until Sunday. So that will only give Rafi 2 days by himself here.
Yeah.
Hopefully
he's feeling a whole lot better by then for sure.
If I do test positive,
then we'll be here through.
Then Rafi will be here a few days after he gets his negative back, or a couple days. So he can hook us up, and then we'll only have a few days, but here completely by ourselves. So that's what we're hoping.
So that's either way, I think we'll be good, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen. As long as I got her by my side, there ain't no doubt. I can conquer the world, cause she is awesome. And plus, I got all of you out there in YouTube land and Facebook world. I mean, hey. Y'all checking on us and sending us messages and polos and all that. I mean, that means the world to us. Hey, we really do appreciate it for sure. I mean, but yeah. Anything else on there? Any other questions?
I see Megan Morrison here.
Megan Morris is in here, girl. Megan Morris, Nick D, there are peeps. There's Ruth Todd in here. What's
She
going
said you was a
on?
good man for staying with your wife.
Awesome. Appreciate that. We got Nightbot in here. Now, guys, I forgot my doggone charger cable for my laptop. It's in North Kakalaki, and so that's why I'm on the phone and I can't get on my computer. But you know, it's harder and harder for me to keep up with everything and all this. So I'm blind. But guys, I'm glad y'all are here. I'm glad you're here. Megan Morris is, like I said, Megan's awesome. We love Megan Morris, Nick D. I mean, I tell you what, before they had to leave, they was taking care of, you know, Raphael. Not only him, but Amanda was taking it a little rough too. Cause I mean, you know, she's having to leave Rafi here, you know, and then of course, you know, well, afraid that, you know, maybe he's the one that brought the you know, COVID to us or something, and felt bad. Like, but we love you, girl. I don't think you own here, but we love you. We don't, you know.
We all
took it. That's right. We took that risk. I mean, if y'all watched that little video I put out about the traveling to the Dominican, I mean, you go on the Department of whatever website, Department of State website, and it tells you it's a level 4. Do not travel to the Dominican Republic. And you know, well, us both being vaccinated and try to wear a mask all the time, or within reason, of course. But so, you know, hey, we assume the risk. We don't know where it came from. Even it might be just a cold. Same as Rafi. I mean, it could be just he could just have the flu or something. That's the thing about it. It's just without doing the other tests.
Out of the 15 of us, and we were all pretty close. So,
oh yeah, we was hanging out in the pool. We having a great time. I mean, it ain't no doubt.
But out of the 15 of us, one of us was not vaccinated, and he didn't test positive.
He did not test positive. So I mean, you know, it's crazy. You take the one that did not get the vaccine, and you get the others that had vaccines, and you know, Alma's a nurse. I mean,
so I'm around it all the time.
She's been around this stuff for a year now. Now, of course, at work, she's always gloved up, masked up, goggles, the whole 9 yards. But still, you think being vaccinated and all that, it wouldn't be as bad. But it is what it is, right? Anybody new else in the house? Any other new questions? Because, I mean, we just wanted to get on here and definitely just reach out. I see Lovey's Fat Life's in here, and Spikers are in here. I don't know who all we done said hi to, but I see Nightbot's in here. That's what I was going to say about the computer earlier. Nightbot's here. I don't know what he's going to say. I mean, because I couldn't go in there and turn him off. I see the Tyler Show's in here. What's up, young blood? He just had a birthday this month, along with a lot of the rest of us. So cool, man. Now, I tell you, this ain't no Bowling Springs Kool-Aid. Now, of course, next week, hopefully, we'll be back in North Kakalaki. We'll be drinking some Bowling Springs Kool-Aid. We'll be, we'll probably, you know, we'll be trying to have Russell on if we're back in North Carolina. That's the plan. If we can't get back to North Kakalaki, then we'll just have to maybe do something like this again. And I seen Ryan Donahue, he asked if we're going live tomorrow night.
I'll have to check my schedule.
Yeah, we'll have to check our schedule, Ryan. Originally, we weren't going to go live like on our schedule, but just because we're on vacay, you know, you don't never know what you got going on. So we definitely, if we're still in quarantine, we will go live. If we're not in quarantine, well, heck, y'all know it, because we're gonna be partying. We're gonna be popping the champagne bottles and toasting to getting out of here on Saturday. So I know it's not a direct answer, but you know, we will definitely go live at some point to let everybody know what's going on for sure. And yeah, I see Margie Butcher's in the house. Who else is in the house, baby? Paul Vines, I think we already said hi to Paul.
Gary.
Paul reached out. Again, thank you, Paul. Yeah, beach please in the house. Gary's here. So yeah.
We're both a little blind, so we're trying to look at
Yeah.
chat.
Gary just asked a question. It just jumped on me. I can't.
Oh hell, if she's negative, she's partying and not doing a live.
Ryan saying something about the air. Let's see. Did your airline help you out in this situation?
Well, we hadn't changed anything yet because if I'm negative, then we can go home as scheduled.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on the results tomorrow, and then if I come back positive tomorrow, then we'll work on changing airlines.
And I think Kim will definitely help us out. She's helped us out so far.
And Gary, no, Ronnie will not have to retest as long as mine comes back negative. But if we have to quarantine for 10 days, then he will have to retest.
Yeah, they said I would have to retest if we had to stay here the 10 days. I'm assuming shouldn't have to retest because it's within 72 hours of me leaving if she tests. She retests because that's saying, well, you might be, and the PCR test is going to say yes or no. So we'll just have to wait and see. I see Miss Lucy, MGM's in the house. What's going on, girl? What's going on? Talked to Bill. He reached out. I told him, Lucy, I told Bill of course, if we're still in quarantine next week, to maybe reach out to Russell, get him, maybe he can go live on your show and, sing a few tunes or whatever. And cause again, this Thursday is always about, usually one about having fun, trying to give back to the community as much as we can. Excuse me, it's beer. But so yeah, and of course, guys, if you want to, look at one of the Thirsty Thursdays with that Russ was in the description of the video. His PayPal. You're always welcome to reach out if you want to and send him some PayPal because he ain't working. It's just a carnival. He ain't started back yet, but there's been a lot of good news, a lot of different cruise ships. I know different guidelines. They trying to get it started back. They are trying to get it started back, and we can't wait because we want to. Now I tell you what, if I'm gonna have to compare a cruise ship to this all-inclusive, which one's gonna win, baby?
We've had a lot of issues here, even before quarantine. We've had issues. Not that we haven't had a great time.
Oh no, and that's nothing to Neil and Kim that planned this for us. We love everything you've done. It's just they're understaffed. I think it's just because they're understaffed. I don't think the management. I don't think there's really.
And I think it's because also we're comparing it to our experience in Cancun, or Rio in Cancun.
And that Rio over there, well, we just think it was better, or the majority of us think it's better. Anyway, I see Artie's in the house, Midlife Crazy. What up? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Eric B's in the house. What's going on, friends?
Midlife Crazy.
Yeah, Midlife Crazy. MGM Family Travel. That's Bill.
Now, Slinky, we are actually just discussing. We've been to several all-inclusives here lately, and we were really liking the all-inclusives. I think the pool time. We really enjoy pool time. And you don't get that on a cruise
what
ship.
up?
But it feels like it's so forever since we've been on a cruise. I said I need another one to see.
Yeah.
But we really do like the all-inclusives.
Yeah. See what Megan said.
Especially when they're not stuck in a room.
Yeah, you can always pick out little nitpick things that,
I agree, Megan. All issues were completely out of Kim's control. We still had a blast.
Exactly. So,
Yep.
I know she was worried about, because there's a lot of stuff that we didn't like, and she's like, oh no. And I'm like, no, ain't none. She couldn't plan for what. Just like all the seaweed on the beach. She can't do that. You look at a resort and they show you the pictures of the pristine white beach. This thing was like 30-foot tall mounds of seaweed they had out there at times. It just wasn't cleaning the beach like they should have.
Whereas in Cancun, they were going out there raking seaweed every day.
Yeah, I mean it's just a different. Just I think it's just a management thing. I think it's a money issue. I mean
Staffing,
Dominican Republic's been hit real hard. I mean as
year
far
after
as
year after year.
I mean the COVID and everything. I mean they've shut down like the tourism because I think it's like 70-80% of their everything coming in is tourism is based off of tourism and it's just been they've been hit hard. So I mean it's nobody's wanting to travel. I mean, we went on that excursion, went to Sayona Island. Had an excellent time. We'll have videos. Each of us, I'm sure, will have videos out there about it. Had a wonderful time. I mean, and the tour guy was just like, he just pouring his heart out, thanking us for, spending our vacation over at the, in the Dominican because tourism is,
Been hit. Gary said that Motherly Kim was just worried about everything
oh
and
yeah,
everyone, and that's
she
exactly
was,
right.
and that's how she done. There was a couple of days. I mean, she's like, trying to set this excursion up for us, and it's like, hey, come hang out in the pool. Come on, it's okay, we'll figure it out. But she was on top of everything. She's making sure we're getting the best price, the best deal. Just like when she booked us. I mean, she made sure we got to stay 2 extra days.
Well, we didn't know it was going to turn into 10 extra days.
Again, that's not her fault. But it's just so I just want to throw that out there in case anybody but no, she done. Kim is an awesome TA. I mean, up and coming TA. She's helped us out numerous times, and we've got other TAs in the group too. I want to give a shout out to because they've helped us out as well. Lucy's helped us out with the BBD Rum Run cruise that we're going to be going on. We've got Spiker.
We've had
Sandy Spiker's helped us out.
Several people reach out to us personally and offer to do whatever they could possibly do. Offered us money, offered us anything to help get us back home. And we
you
appreciate
need some money,
it.
we'll raise some money or something to get you back home. So we appreciate all that, guys. We really appreciate that. It just shows how great of a community this is. So ain't no doubt. Y'all are the freaking best, ain't no doubt. See the world with Chris is in here. Ain't no doubt what he's saying right there.
Has to get a hold of their alcohol problem and solve it with people being arrested before I will go there without protection of the cruise line.
Now I tell you what, I agree with that, Chris. The alcohol's not been great, and there's been a couple times that here at the, just hanging out and the amount of alcohol, it's like Dewey went down. Neil went down. I went down. I got the battle scar too, right there. Raphael went down. Alma went down. I mean, it's like boom. All of a sudden, it's just boom. So I don't know if it was bad alcohol and I don't think it was the amount we drank because it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we just didn't eat enough and drank too much. I guess it could be, but it's just
we've questioned it.
We
all
questioned
wondered
it because we all wondered.
It didn't feel appropriate for each individual.
Yeah, I mean, Dewey, he's not a heavy drinker, but he's a big guy. So, he's able to drink a little more than. So, I don't know, did they use some bad alcohol? Were they doubling up on some shots? Because they will make them strong.
Yeah, they do make them very strong here.
So, I don't know
the exact. Very strong with bad alcohol. I'm just saying it's not good.
Yeah. So we don't know, but we do know Land Cloud Adventure, what's going on? Yep, So our biggest takeaway from, the DR, our trip to the DR is I would not recommend this place to anybody at this moment. Would not do it. I see Dan's in the house, what's going on? I just wouldn't do it. There's just too many small things that added up.
Gary's right. The alcohol was not consistent. Sometimes it was watered down, and other times it was
strong. Other times it was
not tell what you're going to get. Yep.
Yeah, so we don't know, but main thing is.
Yeah, Hector was not holding back on his pour.
He was a heavy pour. But then again, we tip great. They were getting tips. Sometimes bartenders think you want strong drinks. I don't want strong drinks. I just want them coming to me all the time. just consistent. That's what I'd rather have for sure. But uh, yeah, I would not recommend the DR to anybody at this moment. Now, maybe things open up and they get a little hold on, maybe, I mean, because I love the architecture, the
That's kind of
resort.
one reason I'm drinking beer.
You don't know what about
Yeah, I'm.
the vodka and
Yeah,
stuff. We don't know. We feel a little more safe with canned beer and the wine and that kind of thing. It just feels a little more safe than you never know. Because I mean, you just don't never know. Ain't no doubt. But what else I was gonna say? I don't know. I don't know. Anything else? Anybody got questions? Anybody got any? Like I say, landscaping's awesome. We were in building right over there. We're on the third floor. That's another thing about the adults only villas. There's no elevators. So if you do go to a REU into an adults only villa, that you might best request the bottom floor.
this has been a much prettier resort than Cancun was. I mean,
As far as the architecture and the landscaping, very pretty. You're right.
now it's not as well kept as Cancun
Yeah, it's a little.
was.
There's places a little run down, but they have been. I've seen people painting just about the whole time we've been here, uh, gardening and all that. They didn't keep the beach clean though.
I think our biggest thing is they just seem very understaffed. Um, there was one night we were going to the Italian restaurant, and Amanda got us a pager. Was that the night Amanda got the pager? Somebody got the pager.
I don't know who got
But
the
another one
pager.
was, we were going late because we stayed in the pool too late, and it was a late supper. But we did have a pager, and the other woman's trying to get in there, and the guy's like, "No food, lady, no food, lady."
What do you mean no food?
There was another night we were at
I mean, good gosh, this is
we
an
were at
all-inclusive
dinner.
resort.
We were at dinner in the Cristal, and Dewey wanted to order 2 appetizers, and they're like, "No, you can't order 2 appetizers. There won't be enough food." I mean,
Only one appetizer,
yeah,
one entree, and one
no
dessert.
food, lady.
So that was like strange. And then the buffets weren't as extensive as the REU in Cancun. And I didn't think they had as good a quality on most of their stuff.
And I think the
and of course,
actual
well,
the food choices were not.
the Dominican
It's a different cuisine, yes.
the Dominican cuisine and the Mexican cuisine definitely some difference, no doubt. But we tried the Cristal, which was the fusion restaurant. We tried the what else did we try? The steakhouse. We tried that. The buffet, of course. We tried the buffet for lunch, dinner, breakfast. Some of them tried the Japanese. Now I didn't get to go to Japanese, which I didn't care, but they had the culinarium, which was I think just the Japanese or
No, I think that one.
no, that's a fusion. I think it was the same.
Culinary was closed. It was like Cristal.
It was like the Cristal. It was the same menu pretty
Slinky,
much.
I have talked to
Nick
my
D's in
family.
the house.
I have talked to my family. My son will stay with my parents, or and he's 16, but he'll stay with my parents
He's out of
or his
school.
dad. He's out of school right now, so it's gonna be okay. I have talked to my boss, and she's not happy. She didn't believe me. She thought I was lying.
She thought she was
But,
kidding.
And she's hoping my PCR comes back -2. And Karen, I feel good tonight. I'm a lot less clear, or not less, a lot more clear tonight with my sinuses and stuff.
Gary said the culinarium was only open one night. But, tell them MGM, 41 in the house. Hit those thumbs up. Yeah, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up. We always like thumbs up. Leave comments in the, in the comment section. I mean, all that stuff adds up as far as, the YouTube gods. They like, hey, we're getting interaction. We like that. So they share us out more when we get more interaction. So we appreciate all that for sure. Ain't no doubt.
I think the biggest thing that's been stressful for us is just being stranded in a foreign country. Because we've racked our brains for a bunch of questions what if I test positive tomorrow and then we wait our 10 days and then we have to both retest again? And what if he tests positive then?
Margie said, what do you do to keep busy? Well,
Actually, the days went by pretty quick.
nah,
When you spend 2 hours to get each meal,
well, yeah, since it's only been 2 days. Yesterday we spent, what was it, like, to 4, we was in the other room up until like 4 o'clock before we
Yeah.
moved over here. Because it took them like 4 hours after they let us know that she tested positive to get us to this room, because it was a back and forth on, yes, we want the PCR test. Yes, I'm staying. So it was like 4 hours to get moved over here. Finally, they brought me the key. So we walked over here, come over here, unpacked, and then we're trying to get dinner, and it took us 3.5 hours to get that. So tiring, long day yesterday trying to get all that, and then of course today, I've been watching Friends and not Family Guy, American Dad, Big Bang Theory on TBS. And I also watch some other shows in Spanish, but
Bill Rafi's crazy.
what?
Bill said that Rafi said he hears a lot of boom boom going on.
Ah,
Megan,
That's-
they
he-
actually stocked us with toilet paper. We had about,
we had 6 rolls,
yeah, and then like 3 boxes or 4 boxes of
It was
Kleenexes.
3 boxes, the one in the thing, and then 2 on the counter.
We were well stocked with drinks.
Plenty of drinks, colas, 7-Ups, just no alcohol.
And then
And then
we had about 6 towels, I think, each.
Yeah.
But no one's gonna clean the room.
yeah, they ain't nobody clean. I think, once we fill the trash bag up, we're gonna have to sit it outside. Our dinner dishes last night, we set them out there like you would on a cruise ship, out in the hallway or out there, and somebody come by and picked them up, which surprised me. Really surprised me. I figured they'd be out there this morning, but they got them. And I guess we'll do the trash the same way. I know Rafi didn't know the other day, and he's like, what do I do with this? I got this food trash and all this. My room's gonna start stinking. And so he ended up dropping it down so that Amanda could get it. And
That's another big thing too. And I know it's lack of communication or the language barrier, but they don't tell you anything. Like everything we're having to figure out. They never even told us we couldn't leave our room. I don't think they'd notice if we got up and went to the buffet.
Yeah, I bet you. I mean,
The only reason we don't
I
is
still
'cause-
got my orange bracelet.
Yeah, they didn't take our
I got
bracelets.
key cards. I can
Yep.
come and go as I please in the room. I even got the key cards to the other room. They never even took them back.
So, I mean, I don't think they'd notice if we went out.
I don't think they will, because they've not called on us. They may look now. These buildings do have security cameras. Whether they work or not, I'm not sure, but they might be watching us on the camera. I have no clue. But our friends have been coming up and delivering us stuff. So it's not like they really quarantining us too much, right? Because they ain't running people off.
The big reason why we don't go out, well, we're in a foreign country. So what if they kick us out of the resort?
Yeah, I don't want to get kicked out of the
Then
resort.
where do we
for
get a
sure.
test at? And-
Yeah, I mean, that kind of thing. I definitely don't want to say, oh, you broke the rules, you're out of here, and then be like, oh.
But they never told us we couldn't leave.
So it's a whole different ball game. So we're trying to be honest people, and do what we think is right, and try. And if we are contagious or anything like that, what's he say? What Gary say? If the cameras, you probably ain't popped up on your thing yet. What's this right here? Gary saying something about the cameras. I don't think they're watching cameras. All right, we got
Cameras don't work. I would have been arrested.
That sounds like Gary. Ford man got a question.
How was the trip other than being quarantined? We've had a great time.
I
But our great times were because we were with great people. It could have been better.
Oh yeah, we can nitpick things. I mean, very first day, well, not the first day, because we got in late on the first day, that kind of thing. But the second day we go to the pool, which was our most thing that what we
But yeah,
done the
we
most.
kinda had
Trout
our-
and Gilbert's, what's up, guys?
We kind of had our own private pool area.
We had a nice
we
pool
had
area.
the same, and we had a well, I don't know what that thing's called.
It's just it just shaded.
So it was in a completely shaded area of the pool.
We didn't have to worry about
and it was our
umbrellas.
private area, and the occasional times that there would be a stray person wander up in that area, it didn't take us 10 minutes to run them off. And we got our own private area again. So we had, because there's 2 pools in the VIP section, and we claimed one of those pools for ourselves.
Pretty much.
So
We took the
we at
less
least had
we took
half
the
the
less
pool.
used one,
Yeah.
the one that didn't have the swim up bar. We went there and we pretty much stayed in our little group is what we pretty much done. The bad thing was that they only brought like towels out about 1 time a day, and they would bring out towels
like
like
10
10 or
of them,
12
yeah.
and put over there, and it's like, what? Because that first day, I mean, it didn't even have a towel.
yes, I got tested, Jeffrey, but I haven't got the results back.
Chris
till
in the
tomorrow.
house. What up, Chris? Our friend from up north. What up? Yeah. So we had issues with the towels, but we got smart enough that hey, we just do like they do on the cruise ships, and just
One of us would go out every
out
morning and just lay a towel on every chair
we claimed enough spot for all of us in that little area.
every day.
So we took care of that, no doubt. Like I say, the beach, nice beach if it was cleaned. A little side street right here had some nice little shopping areas. So that was pretty cool because it's like a whole big complex. You can go to a water park. They went to the water park one day. We didn't go. They had fun. They said it was cool for a couple hours.
Which was included in our resort.
There was like 5 or 6 resorts here, all in this like little area. The reuse.
A few of them are closed.
A couple of them 2 or 3 of them closed. So you could go over there and whichever ones are open and use their facilities and that kind of thing. So that's
Thanks,
cool.
Nancy. I do got a good tan, don't I? I'm gonna lose this tan being stuck in this room for 10 days.
Oh, she asking if you feeling okay.
I feel great. I feel great.
Yeah.
I was more stuffy yesterday, but today I'm a lot more clear. But I feel good. I haven't felt bad anytime.
I don't know what I did, but hopefully I'm back here. What Gary said? Gary said something.
Ronnie rated it. For me, there were more positives than negatives, but overall, I'd say a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, I can go with that. I mean, that's not counting the quarantine now. I'm taking that off on a whole different.
Yeah.
If I rate it off of the quarantine experience, I ain't give him nothing.
Except
Oh, him now. Maybe I should give him something just cause I.
he's the guy that delivers our food. Now he's not the one if we could call him and order our food, I think we'd have a better experience.
Yeah, I think he'd be right.
But
on
like
it.
every day we have to call.
But sometimes he's bartending, sometimes he's a waiter. So it depends on what time of the day and this, that, and the other.
We'll call and I want to. Well, you tell them you want to do your menu. You tell them what room you're in. You tell them you're in quarantine. You tell them you want to place an order, and they say, "Oh no, we don't do room service because of quarantine or not because of
COVID.
pandemic."
Yeah.
And but I'm in quarantine. I need food. Oh, okay. And then they put you on hold for 5 minutes, and then they come back and they say, "I'll call you back in 10 minutes." And then it takes them 30 minutes, and then sometimes you have to call them back, and then eventually they'll.
Oh, Paul, thanks for the. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I can't wait to get back, brother. Great goose. Thank you. No doubt. Love
Eventually
you
they
guys.
call you back and they get you. It takes us about an average. I don't know. I can't do an average because I've only had a couple meals, but today was better than yesterday.
Today was an hour and a half. I'm gonna say it takes a little.
And
while.
we skipped breakfast, so.
I didn't skip breakfast. Neil from Two Traveling Tour brought us lunch.
We would probably starved
'Cause-
yesterday had it not been for Neil.
Cause I'm like, they won't even bring me a menu. They won't do nothing. Blah blah blah. And he just showed up at the door.
He
Here's
brought
you
us
some
two hamburgers and a
and
banana.
and a sandwich. And he said, "Here you go, guys. You need anything else?" Brought us some drinks and went back and got us some beer and mixed drink. So I could say, Two Traveling Tour, awesome people. They took care of us from start to finish. I mean,
Well, Megan, the pasta tonight was supposed to be what I ordered was Pasta with marinara.
Well, the menu says pasta, and that's all it
This
says.
is pasta. So we got seafood pasta, and it had like every kind of seafood you'd think in that
Well,
pasta.
it had shrimp in it. It had
I got
I think it
leftover
had-
French fries from lunch. You want French fries?
not right now. I'm kind of full with we've got leftover cheeseburger here.
I got
and
some onion soup tonight, but I didn't get a spoon,
got
so
some
I had to
cold
pour it in a
pizza.
cup.
We got some
But it was
cold-
pretty much onion with just a little bit of broth in it. We're not starving. We're
not starving. That's the thing. I mean, we're not starving. We're not thirsting to death. I mean, again, could be worse. So, it could be worse. But when you go to an all-inclusive resort, especially after going to the Ryu in Cancun and having such a, awesome time. I mean, there was.
Well, all-inclusive resorts or a cruise ship, Dewey being told he couldn't have 2 appetizers. That's not something we're accustomed to.
I mean,
Maybe
from
we're spoiled.
cruise ships,
Maybe we're spoiled.
From cruise ships or the
All-inclusive.
all-inclusive. I mean, I can't eat all I want. What do you mean I can't eat it? It's all-inclusive.
I know, Megan. I've totally thought about those jalapeno poppers. I don't think I'm gonna get them here.
They only getting the stuff off the
That's like,
main buffet.
yeah, that's
Because we tried to order out of the steakhouse last night, and I don't understand how they go from. We ordered steakhouse. They should have said no, you can't order from there because you even told them.
I'm ordering from
I'm
the
ordering from the
steakhouse
steakhouse menu. Okay, and then and then it was like not nowhere near what we ordered.
Yeah, we ordered.
Well, I guess I ordered seasoned potato wedges, but they give us taters.
That's the closest we got.
Right.
I ordered a Caesar salad. I got dinner rolls. I don't know.
What Gary say? Cruising on the side seas. What up? What up? What up?
Talking about Neil's a fantastic person to be around, but man, don't ever get into a trivia contest about world capitals.
Now he does know some. Now speaking of trivia people too, Nick D, Megan Morris, they some trivia people.
Yeah, Dan, we love Ryu Cancun also. This was just a very different experience than that.
Mark saying trivia. Yeah, I like trivia. I like some trivia.
Joyce Harder.
Joyce Harder. Harder. What's going on, girl? Hope you and Mike are doing well. Amy's in the house. She's saying, yep, Nick and Megan are very good at trivia. They are. They are awesome. Awesome at trivia. Awesome people. Love them. We had such a great time. They're great people. They want to try to take care of you as well. I mean, I know if they were here right now, I mean, they'd be jalapeno poppers. Be a whole doggone plate full of them. They don't play. Who got the spaghetti in a cup the other day?
Nick brought it to me.
Nick brought some spaghetti in a cup. I think I ate some star-shaped French fries or something. I mean, they're awesome. They'll make sure you eat. Make sure you get back to your room. If you drink a little too much. I mean, we didn't have Uncle Nurse Nancy here to do it for us. Oh, that's right. See, Uncle Nurse Nancy done the same thing. She'd have Ziploc bags full of the stuff. Be jalapeno poppers galore for sure.
We're just trying to make the best of a bad situation. It sucks. Quarantine sucks.
Well, definitely the quarantine for sure. It's.
I think, like I said, it's more being. You feel like you're stranded in a foreign country. For me, I mean, if I was at my own home.
Oh yeah, if I could quarantine at home, I mean, at least I could be. We got family there, friends there that would. We go, hey, go to the liquor store for us. And they bring back some Grey Goose and some Diet Cherry Lemon Sun Drop, and we'd be ready to go, hang out. But that's like even, we're learning a lot. And, hopefully we get back home soon and we can put some videos together and say, hey, this was our experience, and maybe this is what you need to make sure you pack when you go. Things you might not think about.
I
unless you
did
get quarantined.
bring a few extra days of Ronnie's blood pressure medicine, but I didn't bring 10 days worth of blood pressure medicine. So
No.
we're going to rotate and do his amlodipine one every other day.
Yeah.
And that will take us out to 10 days.
Pretty close.
Um,
Yep. So
that's the only major medicine.
well, that's the major for us. I mean, as far as
Now, Ronnie.
also make sure you got a power cord for your computer.
Yeah.
Because I could be doing all kinds of videos.
There's several things we've forgotten our packing this time. A bad time to forget your packing.
That's right.
But you live, you learn. It's not. This is not going to break me from wanting to travel. I'm still going to love traveling.
Oh yeah, this is just a bump in the road. Nautical Nurse Nancy saying something about managing the flight.
We're waiting to get the PCR test. We're keeping our fingers crossed that it comes back negative. We don't have to change our flight.
I'm hoping not. We come down to the end. I mean, that might give some trouble. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I mean, if push comes to shove, I'll throw it on a credit card and do something. I mean, I'm getting back to no Kakalaki. One way or the other, I will get back to no Kakalaki.
It's kind of hard to know exactly when we're going to be able to go home if I test positive tomorrow, because you got 10 days and they'll retest us, and then if I'm positive, then they'll write me out a letter because I've already quarantined for 10 days. But then how long am I going to wait for results? Because if you're going to have to test again, I mean, he still hasn't received his original results.
I ain't even got my original results. But then again, Amanda Visa never got hers until Rafi called the doctor up and said, hey, she needs negative results so she can get back home. I mean, it's, again, communication, it's crazy. They're not policy, procedures. I mean, they just ain't following stuff that needs to be done. And it's crazy.
Megan's ready to get us a jet.
I appreciate that. Yeah, let's just get the whole crew on the jet and get on out of here. I mean, sneak on out of the country. Be like one of them movies, you fly into a foreign country, you sneak them out, and the Dominican Army will be shooting guns at us. We out of here, biscuits. Yeah. Crazy. You got something?
Nancy said you're sporting a tan as well.
Hey, I got a tan. I do. We pregame now. Of course, we pregame before we came. I did stand-up tanning bed. I done that for a month, and so that way I wouldn't get burnt. I did good. I brought my hats that Miss Flamingo Pam gave us. That way I wouldn't burn my old head. And then, of course, our friend Mr. Raphael Vizo, he brought us a gift, and I love his hat. It is a nice hat. Of course, my birthday was during this trip. I had an awesome birthday. I mean, everybody was buying me drinks. Neil and Kim gave me a shot glass, which was awesome. Yeah, had a great time. Who was all on this trip? There was like 15 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Counting us, me and you and Neil and Kim from Two Travel and Tour. We had
Robert Maria
Norris,
Gary
great
and
couple.
Eva.
Gary and Eva, another great couple. Enjoyed.
Gary and Eva.
Then you had
Neil
Nick
and
D.
Nick and Megan.
Dewey.
Amanda and Rafi.
Heather and Don.
Me and you, I think that's it.
I think that's it. I think I got all of us. Great group too. I mean, awesome. So Ashley asked how you're doing.
I'm great.
She's doing good for sure.
I'll be better with a negative test result tomorrow.
Miss Sherry Rosinski's asking, what's the story about the blackouts? I don't know. I don't know if it's bad alcohol, too much alcohol, not enough food, too much time in the sun. But yeah, Dewey went down one day and Neil went down that same day. And then it's like the next day, it was like I'm falling out in the bushes, getting hurt.
And it didn't suck a lot of alcohol.
But it just neither time never seemed like a lot of alcohol. So it was like, what was the combination that got us,
And then
crazy?
get up a few hours later and
Oh,
feel
that
fine.
was. You're right. That was the big thing. I mean, it seemed like everybody got up like 3 or 4 hours later after they slept it off 3 or 4 hours later.
And they were fine.
Fine, no
Not
headaches, no
hungover.
sick, nothing. So it was like crazy. But so we don't know what the combination. But I seen somebody asking about Rafi. Last I checked, he wasn't feeling good. But he's still kicking. It's 5th day in the quarantine.
He's the one I've really been worried about. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
at least we have each other. He's by himself.
So
and
we
then,
got that.
And he's been sick too.
And today seemed like was his worst day. He slept late. I don't know how much he's eat because I mean, we tried to give him some food, but he didn't want no food. And then of course, I seen a question. Nautical Nurse Nancy. She's asked a question.
So did they end up opening the sports bar food line? It's always been open.
Yeah, the sports bars.
It was not as good as Ryu Cancun though. They had nachos, burgers, and hot dogs. That's it.
They had some little sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwiches.
And that's where I guess they had them bananas too, because that's where Neil got our food from. Again, I can't say it enough that how much I appreciate Neil and Kim, all they've done, because being stuck in quarantine. I mean, we've had a great group of people that went on this trip. Like I say, Neil and Kim, they've been doing all they can to get us make sure we are okay, and then of course Don and Cruising on the High Seas asking a question. If you can read that to me, it'll probably pop up here in a minute. That's right, not marijuana, but that mama wanna.
What happens if you test positive after 10 days?
I don't know. I don't know what.
Well, he's already did his 10-day quarantine, so we're really not sure.
I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Because if I test positive in 10 days and they write me a letter and I go home, he's quarantined for 10 days, so it shouldn't make a difference.
Yeah,
it should be the same.
Mark Cruise World, good night, my friend. Good night. Glad you could stop in. Again, enjoyed that video, and I hear you may be working on a parody song or something for Mr. Dewey Ski in your spare time, like you got any. But cool, man, cool. Appreciate you stopping in for sure. Yeah, I don't know what that would do, because I'll have to test 3 days. If get quarantined, I'll have to test again so I can get out of the country. And then if I fail, I guess I'm gonna have to take the doggone other test just to make sure. And then what would they do with her? Does she get to stay for free, or am I have to pay for that? I don't know. This is an experience for sure. I mean, you would think I passed, but I wouldn't. See what Amy's saying.
If you test positive tomorrow, does the resort charge you for the extra days you're there? No, it was their policy that if you test positive, they would quarantine you for 10 days at no charge.
And actually, I'm not the country, the government, between a certain time and a certain time. I think it's the time we're staying. That if any tourist happens to test positive, that the government would actually pick up the medical cost, or and everything. So so I do believe that they're getting helped out. These resorts are getting helped by the government as far as medical cost and putting people up for extended stays. Steve, I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't think so, but you never know.
Y'all just all keep your fingers and toes crossed tomorrow. Say a little prayer.
That's right. If you pray for us. If you just some
good vibes.
Just give me some good mojo. Absolutely.
Marilyn Dillon says if you could stay with her, she should be able to stay with you if that happens.
Yeah, I don't know how they would handle
I don't know
that.
how my job would handle that.
And then that would be another issue. I'd much rather her go home and me stay by myself versus the opposite. But yeah, Rafi, he he's a good. I mean, yeah, he's a strong guy. But he definitely had a bad day today, and we definitely got to check on him. So everybody, hit him up on Messenger and Polo and all that good stuff, and check on him. He'll love to hear from everybody. That'll lift his spirits for sure. You know, great guy. We love Raphael, Amanda Vizo, great couple. Can't wait to hang out with them again for sure. Well, can't wait to hang out with all these people. We didn't get to hang out with Heather and Don as much as we'd like, and we got to hang out with Robert and Maria Norris.
Great people.
Great people, great couple.
Gary and Eva, love them.
Oh yeah, great couple as well. You know, Maria, she helped me back to the room. She may or may not saw me naked. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I apologize, Robert. I apologize. But then again, she is a massage therapist or a licensed massage therapist, and
No,
she
Gary, they would never compensate for a false positive, and I don't even blame them for that because
it is what it is. And
I mean,
but I will definitely be trying to reach out to management, upper management, just to try to get to let them know that it was a really sucky way that we were treated, because Raphael has been in quarantine for 5 days and they have not reached out to Rafi. 5 freaking days. I mean, he could fall, you know, get dizzy or whatever, and fall, hit his head or something, and ain't nobody checking.
they wouldn't notice. They wouldn't have noticed.
They ain't nobody called us to say, hey, how you feeling today? Do you think you maybe need to see the doctor? Do we need to have the doctor come see you? Any of that? So I mean, it's to me, that's, well, piss poor management is what I call it. So I'm definitely going to reach out to upper management just to let them know what I think about that. Now we took the risk to come to the DR just like we did at Cancun. You know, we know the risk that we could possibly get it, but it's how you're treated after that. Because I mean, I went off on that one guy because he's trying to get lunch ordered and all that, and it's like, well, we're busy. Of course, he didn't say it like that, but but he's like, we're busy, and I'm like, I'm a paying customer. You know, I am a paying customer. I paid for 12 nights at this resort, and now you got me stuck in quarantine, and you ain't taking the time to still make sure I get fed. But we're busy. Well, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. 30 minutes later, I had to call back. You know, when you get service like that, that's why I say I go from the management part, not the 99% of the workers out here busting their ass to, do all they can. I mean, just like when we dealt with the towel issue, I mean, we slipped a guy a couple dollars and bam, he went and got us dang 15 towels. I mean, just like we wanted some beer, bam. Yeah, I had to pay a little extra, but hey, it's well worth it. Plus, I mean, giving back to the economy, helping them out. I mean, they really rely on the tourism. So don't. I agree, Gary. No wellness check. That's not the way you run a business for sure. I mean,
Well, he's getting the wellness check the last 2 days.
we've been. Today, I'm leaving. Well, Neil checked. Well, he come up and check on us for about dinner. He said, "Y'all getting dinner?" I said, "Yeah, they supposed to call us back in like 5 minutes." All right, if they don't go through, you make sure you let me know, and I'll bring you some food. But he told me that he had checked on Rafi. So I mean, that was good. But earlier today, I'm hollering off the balcony. Visa.
I tried to call him and he wouldn't pick up.
He was having issues with his internet because they cut his internet off.
Oh, that's another thing. When your days run up here, they cut your internet off. So he had to call and get a new internet code.
Passcode and all that kind of thing. Which
Can't
is
be without internet.
no. We got to be with our friends. I mean, we got to definitely be able to talk to our friends. I mean, goodness. I'm not a beer drinker. I am not a beer drinker, but this is the most beer I've drank in.
Yeah, Raphael
years.
didn't order breakfast or lunch.
No, I tried to give him a burger because they give us 2 burgers.
But you think
Plenty
that'd
of
be
fries,
think that'd be a heads up to,
no.
hey, this person didn't order breakfast.
We got a
or lunch.
person in
Maybe
this
we should
room,
check
no
on him.
breakfast, no lunch. He's in quarantine. COVID, in quarantine, no food. We might need to check on him. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna try to do, Steve. A strong word letter, yeah, to the upper management and the review, and maybe they'll give me a free stay in Cancun. I ain't looking for nothing. I'm just wanting to let them know that piss poor. I don't appreciate. I mean, we're pretty good. I mean, she's feeling good. We'll make it. I was able to stay with her. He's down there by himself, and nobody's checking on him. I say nobody. I'm talking about from the resort, and that just, man, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. And that's the reason why I get a little upset. If I have to call them 2 or 3 times about lunch, it ain't no big deal. Just go get me a hamburger. Send me a hamburger. But they act like it's like an inconvenience.
Well, the guy that brings our food's
Oh
very
no,
nice
no!
guy.
Again, that goes back to
It's the people we have
Jared.
to call to get the food. We have to call the main desk, and then it's never the person that answers, and they have to have somebody call us back, and then they don't call us back when they're supposed to call us back, and eventually they call us back, and then, I mean, it's just a long process to get every meal. So.
Yeah. But.
And then it's never what we order. We did for lunch today though.
It got pretty close.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It was pretty close.
But, I mean,
well, they give us more pizza than we asked for. They give
We ordered a hamburger, 2 pieces of pizza, and French fries. We got 2 big old plates of French fries, a whole big old like 6 pieces of pizza, and 2 hamburgers.
So, and that could have been Jared. Maybe he's like, hey,
let's hook
him
up.
I'm gonna hook him up.
Oh, we got a whole bottle of ketchup, and now we got a salt and pepper shaker. We
left.
scored big tonight. We got a salt and pepper shaker and a real fork. 2
That's
real
right,
forks.
Steve. Don't they know who I am? I mean, I got 30 or 40 friends on YouTube. I mean, hey, I'm going to tell everybody too. I really am. Like I say, again, when I stress this,
I did get soup with no spoon, though.
Right. But again, I want to stress this. It's not Neil and Kim's fault, because they were the one that booked the trip. So it's not them. They done everything they can to help us out and do for us. So, I mean, I definitely love them to death. It's not the ones that are cleaning the rooms. It's not the ones that are fixing our food. It's upper management from the front desk, that kind of thing.
Chris, the food delivery guy, is the one that Ronnie bribed. That's Jared.
That's Jared.
And Megan, the food. Well, the food from today's cold, but the food when they bring it to us, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's been hot.
Yeah, when they brought it to us, it's hot.
Like I said, I think the food delivery guy's been our best asset.
I bet you I could call him right now, and if he can make it happen, he'd make it happen. I tipped him pretty good now. I'm telling you, I mean, I tipped him pretty good. But, hey, I'd much rather do that, especially if I got to be in quarantine much longer.
We're hoping quarantine doesn't last past tomorrow at noon.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Ain't no doubt. I hope not. Man, I know right now our friends are out there enjoying, drinks at the bar and probably watching some, maybe a burlesque show or something. Might be a magic show. No. I don't know what tonight's entertainment was, but the entertainment, and also entertainment here at the this reunion, I didn't think as good as the other one. I mean, they had some good stuff, but I just didn't think it was as good as the last resort. But and that's all on preference right there. I mean, other people may really love it, but what they did have before the show, they'd have like a band or just somebody singing. And then after the show, they'd have that same band come back and play as well. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. You had more of a nightlife that way kind of thing.
Megan said they'd start a GoFundMe for Jared to make sure we get supplies and we end up stuck there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ain't no doubt. I mean, again,
Gary said, "No, wait one damn second. The burlesque show was damn good."
it was okay, but I think that might have been the night I was falling asleep at the table during the burlesque show. I think. I don't know, but that was our first night, I think, wasn't it? When the burlesque show was there, was that the first night? I'm not sure, but I don't know. But I'm trying to think of anything else that we could fill them in on. You know, of course, I'll be putting out vlogs to get back to the house. You know, I put
The
out.
hot tub.
We don't have a hot tub.
We
But
do.
let's talk about
Not hot tub,
you want to talk about the room when we come in
The
here.
jacuzzi.
All right, so
tub.
we get in this room and it's pretty. Well, it's basically the same thing as the one we had on the other side. It's just in a different building, on a different side of the building, but you know, not as good a view. But we come in, it's a little dirty. I mean, I see on the door, stuff on the door needs to be cleaned. I mean, I see it in like corners and stuff. Now I look at stuff like this, you know, when you see stuff in the floor. I mean, most of this mess is mine, where I was eating my burger and the seeds are falling off, you know. But I don't have a broom to clean it up, driving me nuts. But she was gonna take her a bath in the jetted, you know, in the jetted tub, and she turns it on, and it's like black stuff coming out.
Mold. It was mold.
Probably mold, and you know, been sitting there like this building probably ain't been used in a while or something. It's like, what is this nastiness? Not only are you putting us in quarantine, but now you're putting us in a dirty room, and they ain't coming cleaning it. Now the bed's clean. Bed's clean. Most of it's clean. I mean, there's just like little corners you might see a little dust or something. It's not overall dirty. It's just the tub was nasty. The tub was nasty. Trying to think of anything else about this room. There's no coffee maker in this room.
Wasn't one in Rafi's room.
Rafi didn't have a coffee maker. That don't make no sense. Now, we're not coffee drinkers, but Rafi, he was a coffee drinker. And guess what? Neil hooked him up. Neil took the coffee maker out of his room and gave it to Rafi. And Rafi's like, well, they might charge you for that. He says, well, I guess let them charge me for it. That's right. Who said that? Say what's going on YouTube? Just for Rafi? Absolutely. Let's all do it. In the chat, and I'll do it. We'll do it on Cana. 3, 2, 1. What's going on YouTube? Absolutely. I love Rafi. So yeah. Again, good vibes and all that stuff for Raphael Vizo for sure. That's right. Make sure you, like I say, guys, you know, hit him up on Facebook Messenger, hit him up on the polos, hit him up on all that stuff. Check on him. You know, I know good and well he'll love to hear from everybody. Ain't no doubt. Now in the other room, our mini bar stayed stocked. We wasn't drinking the beer, we was drinking other things, of course. So now we already heard that, you know, they were gonna let us have no alcohol in quarantine. So we filled up the beer out of the we took the beer out of the mini fridge and put it in the backpack and brought it over here so we'd have Lisa start. And then, like I said, Neil and Kim was brought us stuff. Don and Heather's brought us stuff. So we've been good on alcohol. And then, of course, Jared, he hooked us up big time today for sure. And Yeah, Rafi. Last I heard, Rafi's not feeling well. It's his day 5 of quarantine, and again, hit him up on Facebook and
And his
all that
thing, a
stuff.
lot. I mean, he's alone.
And that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. Hit him up on there and definitely talk to him and all that good stuff. Hey, there you go. That's right. Like I said, we got a few friends, and we're going to let them know that they ain't doing a good job as far as management here. Definitely not doing a good job. Like I say, I wouldn't come back until maybe things with the COVID and all that, maybe works its way out a little more. Because, yeah, it's right now. I just think they're understaffed, and just ain't well managed. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion.
Steve said you're no longer a guest, now a liability.
That is true.
Though we are still paying guests. We are paying up until
Well,
Saturday.
we pay for 12 nights, which means we would have left Saturday morning. But he said, remember, you're Americans. That's right, we're Americans. And we may be spoiled because we are Americans, but you're right. I mean, Steve is right. I mean, now I'm under your care. You diagnosed, or you say I have the COVID. Now you quarantined me.
I'm a prisoner.
I'm a prisoner at your resort. I cannot leave, can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. You're right. I am a liability. They should be checking on me. They should make sure that, because if something did happen to somebody, well, Ryu's gonna be paying out some jack. Ain't no doubt about that. God forbid nothing like that happens. Knock on wood, cause yeah. But you are right. Definitely a liability, for sure. What else is going on, guys? What's going on out there in the U.S. and around the world? What's going on? I mean, we ain't really been paying attention too much TV or Facebook. We try to try to check here and there, and we try to hit the polos a little bit just to try to keep in touch a little bit. But on vacay, we go in vacay mode and just have to enjoy the day, right? So what's been going on, guys?
Megan's right.
What'd she say?
We're paying guests no matter what. Part of the reason we all booked was that the extra 10 days was free if needed.
You're right, Megan. That was one of the reasons why we booked, just like the Cancun trip. We had thought about canceling, and then the Ryu come back and said, hey, if for some reason you happen to get COVID or test positive, we're going to put you up and your travel companion for 10 days. And that's the reason why we went.
Mm-hmm.
Same as here. We've got that guarantee that we're going to be safe. Well, we're safe, but you ain't feeding us. You ain't checking on us. You ain't making sure everything's okay. And again, when I say all this, my opinion, plus it's I'm really upset about the quarantine more than anything else. Other stuff, little nitpick stuff here and there, but it's mainly the quarantine. Cause, yeah. Anything else? Nothing. Cause I'm kind of a little tired.
Megan and Gary saying Americans are kind of minorities here.
Yeah, we are. We really are here. We really are, babe. We are the minority, I believe, here in the Dominican. I've seen a lot of people. Now we have met some Americans in the pool, but a lot of them speaking. I think Ukrainian and stuff. I know that one guy said he was from Ukraine. He could speak a little bit of English. Now, we really enjoyed the Cancun the Riu Palace Peninsula. Had a great time there, and I would definitely go back there. Uh, Here, I doubt I'd come back here. Now, of course, if it was a big group of great group of people like we had this time wanted to go back, I'd go. Because I mean, that's been the biggest thing is the people.
The people
Always.
you're with,
It's
yeah.
it's always every trip I've been to. It's been the people. I mean, we had a great time at the Fiesta Americana Condesa. Great group of people. Even though we had to deal with a hurricane, the Riu Palace Peninsula in Cancun had a pretty good time as far as the resort, but the people, awesome. We on this trip. Overall, the resort not as good as the other one, but it was the people. So yeah, I mean, it's been the people. Love His Fat Life said 10 years ago we went to the DR. A lot of Europeans. I didn't see all.
And they were topless on the beach. Shocked me.
Who was topless?
The Europeans.
I didn't see no boobies. What? What Steve said?
We were friends in Cancun. We had fun. But now
Right.
you treat my friends bad.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. You're right. I understand that, and maybe we'll see where it comes from. Like I say, I'm gonna let them know what I think about it, and who knows? Joy saying,
What's
boobies.
really crazy is even Raphael has had trouble with his food, them understanding what he wants, and he speaks Spanish.
Yeah, he speaks Spanish.
No, it might be a different dialect, but
Right, that's right. Boobs. That's right. I ain't seen no boobs. I mean, I like boobies. Why didn't I get to see any? Oh, there's a lot of thongs. I mean, that's one thing. Butt cheeks were hanging out for sure. Ain't no doubt about that. It was definitely that big, tall Swedish girl is what one of them called her. I mean, she barely had anything on. She's a little heavy. She probably should have been wearing a little more, but hey, she wasn't scared. She wasn't scared. Yeah, talk to the manager. Make sure you don't need nothing though. That's right, 'cause you never know. Ain't no doubt. Steve telling the rooftop, you go to the review on your own. Well, I mean, we appreciate that, Steve. Steve said he gonna boycott them for treating his people bad and all that. I understand that for sure. Ain't no doubt. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna boycott them, but we'll see what transpired, and then you never know. Because I'm sure there's other great places to go as well. It's not like Ryu's the only place to go. And that's the reason why we booked this Ryu, was because we had such a good time at the other Ryu. So, and like I say, overall, wasn't, as far as the stay before the quarantine, wasn't the worst. Wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. So, it is what it is, guys. I don't like to be too negative most of the time. Whoa, that's right. Whoa. Don't like to be too negative, but I just want to make sure people know what's going on, especially like again, quarantine. Just on that, I wouldn't recommend coming to DR just because if you happen to have to deal with the quarantine situation, it's not been good to us for sure. Who was that? Chris Barnett saying he want to go to the one that Para DJ went to, and the monkeys. I saw that one. That'd be pretty cool. Now I did see a monkey. Did you see the monkey? We was going over to that island.
yeah.
And we was at the little port area to get on our boat to go to the island. And a guy was walking around with a monkey. and then another guy was walking around with some parrots. Of course, they want you to take pictures with them and give them money. And of course, there's like 20 guys running around trying to sell hats, and they was pretty aggressive. Our tour guide said, just tell them flat out no. Don't be just like, no, no, just like, no. Ain't gonna happen.
We had a super awesome tour guide.
Oh, yeah. Wheels? Wheels?
Wheels.
Wheels. Pretty good guy. Took Gary by, got him some sugar cane. Gary lost his flip-flop on the island. Well, his sandals. Man, they bought him some flip-flops on the way back. But I enjoyed the meal that we had on the island. Got to touch starfish. Got to see the starfish. Got to swim in the ocean. I mean, good times. I'm sure there'll be a lot of great videos coming out of that. I mean, I know I got some video. So, well, I'm about ready to wrap this up, guys. I've enjoyed it for sure. I mean, getting a little tired myself. I got about time for me to get into bed and just hopefully, fingers crossed again. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Tomorrow we'll have a real good day.
Chris, Gary just left his sandals on the island and didn't notice he didn't have them in his bag. And
exactly, he just
I think he set them like on the other side of the chair, and I think Eva grabbed the stuff and Gary put them on like the different sides. So
yeah,
Gary's fault, not Eva's.
Yeah, I mean it is. I thought I lost my phone. I put it in.
He had to do a pier runner.
I put it in the wrong part of my book bag there, and you know, I'm looking for my phone. Oh snap! Where's my phone? Where's my phone? I said, boys, I got to go find my phone. And so I jump off the boat and I'm run. I check and it's not there. And then I go check where we've been sitting at. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't find it. Oh no! And then they start hollering at me, come back, we found it. And I'm running like a pier runner. I hope somebody got it on camera. I mean, because it's going to be good. But yeah, so definitely, guys, definitely. So yeah, I mean, glad everybody hung out with us tonight. You know, again, I just want to thank everybody that's on here that may watch it now or later. Or,
George said, run, Ronnie, run.
Yeah. That's right. Friendships are rated when times get tough. That is exactly right. That's when you know who your true friends are for sure. You are 100% on that. And we've got a lot of great friends that in this community. People reached out to us in polos and messages and all that. Hey, you need help with this. You need help with that. Is there anything I can do for you? You know, and
we appreciate
I try to thank everybody individually, you know, and if I haven't, I want to take this time again to thank everybody that's helped us out so far. Even, just being there, supportive, prayers and all that good thing. And again, guys, please do me a favor, reach out to Mr. Rafael Vizo, our good friend, and, reach out there and, ask about him, talk to him. Lift up his spirits for sure. Oh my God, you saw Honey topless. That's no bueno. No bueno, Steve. No bueno. So yeah. Gary, we'll see you soon, my friend. We'll get together. We live close enough that it'll make it happen. You'll be going back to North Kakalaki to see them grandbabies. We'll definitely get to hang out for sure. And if I can figure out how to turn this thing off, I'm gonna but we gotta go, guys. Get some sleep. If I see Raphael before you do, I'll definitely let him know. And how do I turn this thing off? How do I do it? I don't know, but guys, love you, and we'll see you later. All right, guys, love ya.